Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to go over the one thing that truly taking my trading to the next level. So lately I've been super consistent, my decision making has been on point to a T. I just passed my phase 1 FTMO, then my other challenge, I'm up around 2% on that. So I've just been super consistent, hitting trades back to back. Like I'm an FTMO challenge, I literally only lost one trade. And from then, I was just hitting back to back, you get me? And what's taking my trading to that next level is understanding daily profiles within trading. So we have a seek and destroy daily profile, but that one we avoid. It's when price is just ranging. It's not really trading in a clear direction. And we've got a London reversal into a New York continuation. And the final one is just a New York reversal. But I'm going to go on the charts and show you what I mean by these three different daily profiles and how I use them with my FTMO challenge to pass it so quick. So let's hop into the charts and waste no time. Alright guys, so I'm going to go over the two daily profiles that's helped me with my trading. So first we've got the London reversal into a New York continuation. So for this daily profile, I'm going to show you a bullish example. So during Asia, you're going to see that price accumulates. It doesn't really do anything. It just accumulates. Then during London, price manipulates lower, then trades higher. Then during New York, you might see that price pulls back, maybe to change set delivery order block or PD array, or you might see a nice continuation purge, then price continues higher. That'd be a London reversal into a New York continuation. Then you can flip this for the bearish side. You might see that price accumulates during Asia, then during London, price manipulates higher, then trades lower. Then during New York, you might see a nice continuation purge again, or price pulls back into a PD array, then continues lower again. That's that London reversal into a New York continuation. It's a simple daily profile. And then for the second daily profile, we just have a New York reversal. So I'm going to show you another bullish example again. So during Asia and London, you might see that price just accumulates again. Accumulates, doesn't really do nothing, or just trading down. Then when we have news at 1:30 or 2:30 or 3 o'clock, you're going to see that price manipulates lower again. It manipulates, takes some liquidity or something like that, and then trades higher again. You have that New York reversal. And then from then, you can frame your setup just from that once you see that happen. And these are on two daily profiles that I've used as help me with my trading. You see that in my FTMO challenge here, I had an 82% win rate. I passed it fairly quickly. So I'm going to go over the trades I've taken for this FTMO challenge. So let's get into it. Guys, so let's get into the first one in the account. So essentially for this trade, what I was looking for price was to draw into this low just here. I want to see price draw into this weekly low. So from the daily, let's made a nice continuation purge and price was just displaced into the downside. So I thought, okay, this is going to be a drawn liquidity. We're going to see price draw and draw into this low just here. So if we come to this day's price action, what can we see from M15? What I mentioned earlier, the daily profile. Okay, let's look at Asia and London. What did Asia do? Asia just accumulated here. And during London, we're just trading up. And we're looking for sales essentially. So we can just see we're engineering liquidity. So essentially, I was just waiting for news to happen. We had news at 2 o'clock. So what do we see? Price going to take out this high just here. We have a nice manipulation now. And from then, what do we see now? We have a nice change in delivery order, but that's going to get formed. That gets formed. So from then, I just went to EU. What happened on EU? We've had that nice change in state delivery order block just here now. So I just set my limit, literally at the order block. Set my limit at order block. Stops below the lows. Targeted 2R just here. And then look at this. Prices just went straight to TP. So simple. Literally a New York reversal daily profile. Kept it super simple. Just wait for price to come trade higher. Take out some type of liquidity. And then what do we see? Change state delivery order block. Then we can draw into this low just here. Previous day's low. So simple. That was our first traded account. So from then, I was up 1% because I did take a stupid L on EU. I think like maybe 2 days prior, I took a stupid L. So from then, from that trade, I just won now. I was up 1%. So let's get into the next trade. All right, guys. So let's get into the second trade now. So essentially, we can see that price is bullish on GU. We do want to see price draw into this high just here. So what I can see that during Asia, we've accumulated again, but we traded higher. So I want to see price develop a little bit more. So what happens during New York? What happens? We trade lower. So at first, I thought this might have been a London reversal into a New York continuation, but we did have previous day's low just here on the Monday. So I want to see what price was going to do once we hit this low. So what do we see that happen? We can see that price is starting to accumulate now. And then what happened? We take previous day's low, and then we trade higher. What do we leave behind? A nice change in state delivery order block just here. Change state delivery order block just there. So I set my limit at this order block. Stops below the low. Targets at the high. And then look at that. What does price do? It just goes straight to TP. So for this daily profile, we had a nice New York reversal. Simple as. Such a simple. Don't need to go to low time frames, nothing. We can just know what we're doing just from high time frames, the M15 and above, you know what I mean? We don't need to go to M5. It's just simple. Wait for that New York reversal, that New York continuation. But for this trade, I did take 1% off at the highs because Once I seen how EU just took off and how bearish DXY was, I thought, okay, maybe price would go on to run a little bit more. But then it came out to break even, which was okay. But at this point in time, I was up 2%. So I had a little buffer on account to know. So now I knew that I could risk a little bit more in the next trade, you know what I mean? Just 1.5%. So let's get into the next trade. Alright guys, so for this trade, this daily profile is going to be a little bit different. Like, it's still a New York continuation, but we didn't actually get a London reversal. So I'm going to show you what happened. So for this trade here, we have this daily FEG just here. We're going to go internal range to external range, simple. But on the 1 hour, what do we see? We see that price comes down during Asia, and we run this low just here. We run this low. So when that happens, I'm thinking, okay, what I've learned as well is that during Asia, if price maybe takes a low, goes into a high time frame PD array, or takes some type of low and trades higher, more time than that, that's low the day or high the day created. So I thought, okay, once we've seen this low happen here, and we've done it during Asia, I thought, okay, this more time going to be low of the day. So I want to see how price develop during later in the day. So look what happened. So what happens during New York? So we see this happen just here. We see that price has a nice continuation purge on the JPY index. This was a purge here. So we had this continuation purge with S&P JPY. So from then, okay, I thought, okay, this is our New York continuation. So I just set my limit just here. This change say leave it order block again. Simple as. And what does price do? Tags in nicely. Stops below the lows. It stops below the low. Targeted 2R. And look how price plays out. So look, price comes back to break. Price comes back to my entry point. It accumulates around. And then from here, if this was the old me, I probably would have closed out. I thought, okay, maybe I could have minimized my losses. I could have minimized my loss. But I just become more confident. Let my edge play. Look, price just accumulates. And during Asia, what does it do? Go straight to TP. So from there now, I've just made 3% because I risked 1.5% and made 2R. So around here, I'm going to put like 5 and a bit percent now, actually, because I think I might have taken a bit more off. So I'm up 5 and a bit percent now. So from here, I just feel, okay, all you need is one more trade to essentially pass my challenge. So let's get into the next trade, the final one. Let's get into the final trade of the challenge. So on GU, I could see that price was just super bearish. We really wanted to join to this weekly low just here. So I was looking for some shorts coming to this Tuesday. So on the 4 hour, I see we had this nice FEG here. I want to see price go from internal range to external range. I made that CPI at 130. So let's see what price does. So coming to New York, we can see that during Asia and London, price doesn't really do nothing. It just accumulates. We're engineering liquidity, creating low resistance liquidity. So more time than not, our move's going to happen during New York. So let's see what price does. Price comes up with that CPI news, and we leave the change state, leave the order block behind just here. So I let you just set my limit here. Stops above the highs. And I just targeted that weekly low that I was on about earlier. Targeted this low here around 3R. So price comes and then go boom, go straight to TP basically. You know what I mean? Not really much to talk about with this trade. It just went straight to my targets, you know what I mean? So yeah, that literally passed me the challenge. I made about 4 and a bit percent on that. So I was just 10% fairly quick, you know what I mean? I didn't need to risk more than 2%. I mean, more than 1.5% actually. Like there's no more than 1.5% risk on each trade at all. Literally, it's 1%, got a buffer, then risk 1.5%, straight consistent. You don't need to be that guy who buys these challenges and just starts full pulling their account, hoping to pass them or failing about 20, then passing one because you've just been full pulling everything. Like, you don't really need to do that, you get me? Like, you can take your time. FTMOs have introduced, all these prop firms actually have introduced like no time limits now, so you don't really need to rush, just trade your system, get a little buffer, then you can buff your risk up, then you're gonna find yourself actually like doing it quicker than you think. Like my other 100k challenge that I've got with funding pips, I'm up about 2% on that. I took that one out of drawdown. I was a bit drawdown on that, so I took that one out of drawdown. So I'm up on that one now. So let's just see what it brings. Phase 2, you know what I mean? Just gotta stay consistent. All right, guys. If you like that value, just share in the charts. Make sure you like the video. But what I want to say is this: is that even though it's only a phase 1 that I just passed, like it's a good stepping stone to the right direction. You know what I mean? Like if you lot have been watching my videos for a little while now, you lot have been seeing the work I've been putting in. I've been working on my technicals, my psychology, my self-identity, my self-image, building myself into that successful trader, you know what I mean? Like all the habits I'm doing now, like the habits of a successful trader, like I'm no more doing bad habits or nothing. Like I'm just continuously doing the good habits, you get me? Like I've been putting in the work and it's nice to see that it's finally paying off now. Like now I'm on phase 1, then now it's phase 2, then I'll be funded soon, and then eventually if I keep putting in the work, them high 4-figure payouts, some high 5-figure payouts are all gonna start to come, you get me? So it's just a matter of time, so I just gotta keep putting the work. And if I was gonna give you like any advice who are trying to pass phase 1 or get funded, what I would say is that if you have a deep underlying issue, for example, you might have FOMO, or you might be impatient, or you might be a super vengeful trader. Start working on it, because at the end of the day, it's always going to keep you stagnant within your trading. Like, you're never going to be able to like break past a certain point within your trading, you get me? Like with me personally, one of my biggest issues was my FOMO, and I was kind of impatient, you get me? Like, if I seen that price was taking off without me, I'll try get in or whatever. Or if I wanted to get in because I feel like price is going to take off, like I'll somehow manage to find like a crappy entry, you get me? Like, I was always finding a way to get in the markets when I didn't need to. And then from then, that was like holding back my trading, you know what I mean? Or I was taking losses personal, and I was holding back my trading as well, you get me? So now, I've actually done the deep work to actually work on it, you get me? Like, now I'm okay now. If prices take off without me, I'm okay, you get me? Or if prices run towards my targets and I didn't get an entry, like, I'm okay with staying out, because at the end of the day, I know that another setup's going to form eventually. It might not be today or tomorrow, it might be next week, but I'm okay with that. That's why you need to be okay. You need to be okay with staying out the market, you get me? Like, if price doesn't present the way you want it to present, like, just be okay sitting out. So just make sure you're doing the deep work, you get me? Because at the end of the day, you're never going to be able to really break past that like, glass ceiling with your trading if you're not really working on these underlying issues, you know what I mean? So make sure you're working on them. And what I would say as well with your trading, make trading as simple as possible, you know what I mean? Just make it as simple as possible. Trading is already stressful as it is, you get me? So why make it more stressful? So make it more simple as possible. So for me personally now, I'll transition more to higher time frames, M15 and above, you get me? And I've stuck to one entry model only. I'm not out here trying to use so many different entry models. I see a lot of guys on like YouTube and they've got so many different entry models. Oh, I'm gonna use inverse FEG, or I'm gonna use this FEG, I'm gonna use the breakout, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use that. Like, start making it so complicated. Just stick to one or two. Like, you can use that change state delivery order, but that's what I use. Or you can use that OTE. Just make it simple, you get me? Just make it simple. And if you're not trading ICT, like whatever system you trade, just make it as simple as possible. Stick to one or two entry models. Don't be overcomplicating it, you get me? Because trading is already stressful as it is, so just make it as less complicated and less stressful as possible. And what I'll say as well is, if you're one of them guys using like the M1, the M2, the M3, seconds time frames, like, bro, just get off those time frames, you get me? Like, it's too stressful, there's too much noise. Just start going to like, even M5, I would say M50 and above, but if you want to use M5 and you're actually profitable with it, just stick with that. But if you're not, just go to high time frame trading, like M50 and above, because the M5 and all that, there's too much noise on those low time frames. You want trading to be as less stressful as possible, as I've been saying already. Just make it as less stressful. Just make it so simple, you get me? And for me personally now, once you see like an M15, change set delivery order block, and it's in my PDRA, or signals have happened that I should get in the markets, I just get in, change to the delivery order block. That's what I use to get in, you know what I mean? I'm not, let me try find an FEG, or let me try find this. Like, change set delivery order block is so obvious when it's printed, so I just use that. You get me? Just making trading simple as possible. Because what I thought, man, like, yo, trading was stressful at one point, you know what I mean? Like, obviously it's still a bit stressful now, but it's like stress, man. Like, when you're just going through all these losses, trying to take stupid trades, this and the third and lower time frames, you get me? Like, it's just stressful. And I thought, like, yo, I've been in the game for too long now. I need to make this as less stressful as possible. So now when I'm going to like more high time frame trading, like, I'm way more profitable, I'm way more consistent, I'm less stressed out, you know what I mean? It's just better for me personally, you get me? So just do whatever works for you. That's what I'll say, just do whatever works for you. But my advice is go to make trading as simple as possible and use high time frame trading. And one more thing I want to say is that you guys who buy some of these accounts, yeah, just stop being an idiot, stop gambling their accounts. Like, I see some of these guys on TikTok or whatever, like, they buy these accounts and straight away off the bat, they're risking like 3-4% for a trade. Like, what is the point of doing that? Like, FTMO, all these other platforms, they've introduced unlimited time. You know what I mean? You don't have like a 1 month time limit now where you need to pass phase one. Like, you have unlimited time, so stop rushing it, you get me? Like, what I did was I built a 2% buffer, then I increased my risk to 1.5%. But I would say if you're gonna have a buffer, risk 1.5 to 2%. Don't be that guy risking 3-4%, you get me? Because if it hits stop loss, for example, like, you're just in deep drawdown that you don't even need to be on. But if it's like a 1% loss and 1.5% loss, it's not really that deep, it's easy attainable. So don't be that guy over risk, you know what I mean? Like, I know some of you lot probably see some of these guys on TikTok or YouTube or Insta where they're running through all these funded accounts, but bro, most of these lot, they've got about 10-15 accounts and they're just risking like 3-4% on a trade, trying to hopefully just pass it in one trade. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be doing that. Don't just throwing money away to these prop firms, you get me? Take your time, you get me? Like, it's unlimited time now, you know what I mean? You don't have 1 month, you don't have 2 months at phase two, like, you have unlimited time. So just trade your system properly, build a little buffer, and then increase your risk a little bit, you get me? You don't want to be on their accounts for like the whole year, but you don't want to be like blowing them within a week, you get me? So just take your time, and then when you get a little buffer, increase the risk. So if you like find this video helpful and you like the value that I was sharing in the video, make sure you like in the video and subscribe, and you get me? Like, I'm still trying to build a community, you know what I mean? Like, you lot have seen the work I've been putting in, you know what I mean? You've seen the work I've put in, and you can see now it's starting to pay off. So what I'll say to you lot watching as well is make sure you're just working, you know what I mean? Keep putting in that work, you know what I mean? Just keep working on your technicals, keep working on your system, keep building yourself up as well as that trader, working on your self-image, working on your habits, working on all of that, you know what I mean? The subconscious mind, the conscious mind, because at the end of the day, that plays a big factor on whether you're going to succeed or not within your trading, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, thanks for watching and have a nice one.